Hello guys, winter has come in Game of Thrones TV show finally after uh, I don't know, a couple of years when the Starks were all the time saying winter is coming. Well, newsflash, winter has already come. But that's not the topic which I'm going to discuss in this video. Now I want to talk about one thing and one thing only. I want to talk about why Cersei has to die brutally. So I want to talk about the future fact that is the death, the imminent death of Cersei. So first, first things first. Why do I want to talk about that? I want to talk about Cersei dying because I want to fucking see Cersei dying. She has to die as soon as possible. Why so? Well, because she's a freaking bad villain. She's the worst person in the show ever, and I mean ever. And I mean we have seen already. We've already seen so many bad people die, and of course, so many bad people live. Such as we can see Aerys the Second Targaryen, who has been murdered by Jaime Lannister, and back in season 1 and 2, maybe I think, yeah, in the first two seasons, we Jaime Lannister himself was portrayed like a big time villain, like a very bad guy. But yeah, and Cersei was bad too. Yeah, she was. She had some evil intentions. She was cunning, manipulating, but never again, never before. I mean, she did something so bad as what she did now in the season final of season 6. Well, we have seen the likes of Ramsay Bolton and Littlefinger and maybe even Varys, but Varys is a complex character, so I don't think he has to be put in the category of villains. And so the number goes on and on. We've seen Mance Rayder and the Night's King, of course. But no one can match Cersei's evil. So, well, next thing I want to discuss is why Cersei is villain number one now. I give Cersei the title of I don't know, the worst person in the Game of Thrones world now, because well, let's see what she has done yet. She has poisoned her husband, her rightful husband, who is the king, who was the king, Robert. She has committed incest not once, not twice, but 3 times with her brother, who is the Kingslayer. She has 3 children, and those 3 children are all product of incest, and she defends them, which is okay, which is perfectly acceptable because she's being a mother, but she wants them to be kings and queens and something like that. Yeah, number 3, she created Joffrey, and Joffrey himself was evil. So that is even the fact that she created Joffrey, that she mothered Joffrey, that she gave birth to him makes her a bad person because Joffrey was awful. And maybe only he can argue with her about the title villain number one for all the time, but nowadays she's villain number one at the present time. So a couple of other things that she did. She did many minor bad stuff, such as in this last episode, in the season final, season 6, she was responsible for the murder of the great Maester, Pycelle. And yeah, I was happy to see that, because that old guy was so boring. He was, all the time that they showed him in the show, he was with some chick that was maybe 17 or 70 or 60 years old. 60 years old younger than him, and he was yeah, he was paying to bang her, which was absolutely awful. I don't want to see him. Don't want to see Maester Pycelle naked, and he was naked and he was dressing himself. He looked so smellish. I am happy that he got killed, but yeah, Cersei was responsible for killing one of the most important characters in the capital of the city. So she did this too. So yeah, everything Cersei has done couldn't compare to what she did this last episode. So we saw Cersei preparing to go to her trial, and she was. Oh, sorry. I forgot to mention that she had sex also with Lancel Lannister, the guy who was a faith militant, who was one of the best guys of the High Sparrow, the one who saw the wildfire first. After being stabbed in the dark, he clawed his way, and he saw the wildfire. And yeah, he was her lover. So Cersei has committed not only incest but cousin incest or something shit like that. And yeah, Cersei preparing for her trial, but she didn't go to the trial, and we all know why. But well, I want to talk about something else. Of course, the worst thing she did was kill all that bunch of people that were in the Septa of Baylor, and she's all of that is on her. But yeah, she killed the queen and the Lord of High Garden and last Tyrell. She killed Marjorie. That's why I want her to die, because Marjorie was the queen, and they can't kill the queen. I would have been happy if freaking Tommen, that little boy, died, and Marjorie made another king, because I wanted Marjorie to live. Because it's very funny how Marjorie is the queen that has married, I think, three kings, and the previous two she outlived. Renly Baratheon was murdered and Marjorie lived. Then Joffrey was murdered and Marjorie lived. It would have been funny if if Tommen died and Marjorie continued to marry, I don't know, Jon Snow or or even Littlefinger. I think Littlefinger would have been the perfect choice. Yeah. Back in season 2, Littlefinger and Sansa, while Littlefinger was a guest in Renly Baratheon's place. They talked, and Littlefinger asked Sansa, "Do you want to be a queen?" And Marjorie. He asked Marjorie, "Do you want to be a queen?" And Marjorie was, "I want to be the queen." And he was, "Okay, calm down, baby, calm down, take it easy. It's gonna happen someday or later. Uncle Baelish is gonna come for you." So Uncle Baelish. No, I think Uncle Baelish, wants Sansa. So kill off Marjorie. But yeah, Cersei killed the queen, and yes, she is responsible for many deaths, but one for sure. I wanna point out that if Cersei was in the chambers of the king, King Tommen, first of his name, bastard of Jaime Lannister, wouldn't have killed himself, wouldn't have jumped out of the fucking window. But she wasn't there. She left him with a glare upon the destruction that she caused. She let him seeing his wife dying, burning, and then an open window, so to speak, an open door. An open door, and he wanted to jump out of the window. His decision was to jump and to kill himself, to commit suicide. And while many of the fans, when I read in the forums and when I listen to other podcasts, I hear many complaining, why did Tommen kill himself? Well, he's the king. Well, Tommen is not the king in the first place. He's a little guy. He's a little boy, 12 years of age. And little boys, when they see so much evil coming from their mother, when Tommen has never been in love before, he loved Marjorie, for sure. His love was real and pure. And his wife, after being tortured by the High Septon, the High Sparrow, and now she's dead, and his mother killed her, and he couldn't bear it anymore, so he jumped off. And Cersei, yeah, that's the blood of Tommen is on Cersei's hands. That's why Cersei has to die. And last thing that I want to talk about is how Cersei is going to die. Well, an evil person has to die in an evil way. So I think that the prophecy, which says Cersei is going to see all her three children die, and just after she has stopped mourning, she's gonna get killed. And I wanna see Jaime Lannister fucking killing Cersei. She deserves that. And while many would argue that Jaime loves her and he can let bygones be bygones, I say nah. They won't gonna happen now. Can you see in the season final, the last scene just before we cut to Daenerys Targaryen going back through the narrow sea, we can see Cersei getting crowned, and we can see Jaime Lannister watching her with pure disdain, with I don't know, I can't explain it even. He finally understands how evil his sister is. That he has an evil twin sister, and I think he's not gonna kill her now. Even now, if he wanted to kill her, he would have gone through the guards and killed her while she was being coronated. No, she's gonna do one more thing, and that's gonna pull the trigger and make him murder her brutally. I think that she's going to try to burn the whole city down, when Daenerys Targaryen comes here, and that's when we're going to see the Kingslayer becoming Queenslayer, and that's gonna be epic. So that was my video for this topic. See you soon. Bye bye.